New spicy calendar drops in game to everybody's surprise, but is this Summoner Appreciation and a Summoner Appreciation type event? July 4th deals progression up questions are answered by Kabam Jax, but there are leaks potentially in bunny ears for the July 4th deals. Thor Endgame by Nick Coss, and arena predictions, and so much more that we're going to talk about. Yes, hello everybody, welcome back to the Marvel Contest of Champions news show, the MCN for Wednesday. How you doing? And just quickly before we get into our newsy type show of various different types of delights from the community, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe with post notifications on all, and make sure to keep locked to the channel tomorrow because 10 AM PST we're doing a big news dump on the July update. Yes, make sure 10 AM PST Thursday, be there or be squared. Got some spicy stuff, some spreadsheets, very important stuff. Right, we start things with the show with a few little micro stories or things that are important to note, especially when it comes to, like, you know, finding out what's going on with stuff. It doesn't look like we have an update on the situation of Alliance Quest not being able to continue, enter, and stuff like that. We talked about this, I think it was like on Monday, or yeah, it was Monday actually, where people weren't able to access Alliance Quest, and that was a problem because let's face it, you know, you want to get into your AQ. But there seems to be still a continuing issue. Some players weren't able to get in, and this was like a couple of days ago. And they're still waiting for a response from Kabam on the matter, especially because Kabam Jax said started dialogue with the dev team around this yesterday. It seems like they may have found a potential source of the problem. That's good. It'd be helpful to those impacted by the issue could share what map they encounter the issue and what's their Alliance ID. And you know, there seems to be more kind of like investigations on this as we go. Don't know what's the update with it at the moment, but it looks like Kabam are on the case if anybody's interested in what Kabam are doing about it. Don't know how this has impacted players, because that's the other thing as well, like how this impacted players for doing this. Were they able to cover the loss of the path? Were they not? Those are key factors as well to consider, and if there's any kind of update in the situation, let you know. Other than that, it's very, I'm not saying it's kind of like widespread, it's kind of like for some reason affects certain random people at random times, so it's kind of like not hugely widespread, although what is widespread at the moment is the bloody connection problems. That's an ongoing problem, but I've talked to death about that one. I'll probably talk about it next week. Any case, moving on. Now, let's move on to Cavalier rewards. Yes, Cavalier rewards and kind of the grind and Cavalier difficulty in general. There may be improvements to the reward system. Okay, so I've probably not mentioned it in the first kind of opening bits, and it's only because as I've been reading through this, I noticed something that I didn't, but it's important, and that's why I've probably made this more the focus of the thumbnail and the title than I have done for the first kind of like opening bit. So you might be thinking, where's that story, Rich? As PJ Vice always asks for where his phone is. Okay, so what is the story with this? Well, a player reached out on the forum, said, you know, they're having problems, you know, the extent of fights that are on Cavalier difficulty. Some people mentioned about the rewards. We're going through the rewards in a section, but there's a lot of stuff when it comes to the interactions, the type of champions on the path. Like each and every month, there's going to be that stupid reason that Kabam decide, hey, on these tactical based interactions, let's throw a Terex on there, or let's throw a Korg. And you look at these and just go, what's the point of putting these on there? It's just, it slows down the speed and the momentum of getting Cavalier difficulty done. Why is speed and momentum important to get Cavalier difficulty done? It's because the rewards aren't there that are spicy for the ever-evolving meta of the game, the progression titleage, and where you're at. Time, speed, momentum, all very important things. I watched too much Dr. Disrespect, it's true, but I do like the doc. Now, let's move on to the juicy stuff, the juicy information, especially when it comes to a response on this. So again, I want to just give props to Kabam Jax for the amazing work Kabam Jax is doing to get info, be that kind of like interaction with the dev team, kind of like, you know, what's going on? Can we let the community know what's going on? This is stuff I like. Okay, so Kabam Jax says, as mentioned above, this was an unfortunate mistake in the planning for the quest, and it's frustrating. Here's the original message. The dev team is well aware of the node champions asymmetry. It appears it was a mistake, and some defenders were added to the usual list of defenders selected for the Cavalier buff. We are striving to have this be an exception to not the norm. Our apologies. So it's just kind of like, again, looking into, you know, interaction based things, champions on there and stuff like that that make it more enjoyable. The second part that is the most interesting and exciting for it is this here, which is I also saw some chatter about the Cav event quest rewards. It turns out there are ongoing conversations evaluating potential changes for these rewards. Nothing concrete yet, but more information to come. So this could mean that Cavalier rewards are getting buffed. Now, I wouldn't say never get your hopes up with MCOC, never get your hopes up with Kabam, because look, you know, I think that a lot of us got our hopes up about what July 4th deals would be, and they may in fact be worse than we would expect. So never get your hopes up when it comes to the game, but expect the unexpected, and you never know what's around the corner. I personally would be more interested if Cavalier event quest included things like tier 6 basic fragments. I'm not a greedy man, I just want a little bit in there. Tier 3 alpha fragments, again, not a greedy man, just a little bit, just a little snifter, just to get me a little bit more interested in doing it. Buff up the amount of 6-star shards, or keep the rewards that they are and make it less paths. But I'd prefer the first part, to be brutally honest. It's either saving time or saving, or kind of giving more for what it is, because it's just, after a while it gets a bit kind of like, there's no interest to kind of grab it. Maybe Command might increase the difficulty of Cavalier difficulty in order to kind of allow for that, but then what it does is it kind of alienates those that have just recently become Cavalier, or those that are able to kind of like do this for the very first time. So it's a balancing act Kabam need to do, and I don't think we're in any shape or form ready to kind of like go, hey, let's kind of do a throne breaker difficulty. I just don't think Kabam are ready for that just yet, especially with all the stuff going on in the game. Do you really want them working on that rather than working on kind of stability first, my friend? And as of yesterday, sorry, just to kind of like put this in perspective, it's information to share soon, whatever that means on that. So maybe it's coming for the next Cavalier difficulty in July. Maybe it's going to be starting August. We'll have to see, shall we? Next up, and we have got Nick Coss producing some amazing work yet again. Oh look, we've got like an Adam Warlock Magus, but we've got Thor Endgame. This looks sick. Look, 2 wielding there. That's cool. So Nick just absolutely excels. And we've got the sunglasses, Thor there. Love it. I honestly like, go and check out Nick's work in the link in the description down below. But it's just incredible to see this. Would have loved to see this in MCOC back several years ago, but it is what it is, and Kabam missed an opportunity. But we hope for the future, shall we? And now we turn our attention over to the new calendar that just dropped. As a lot of you know, in game at the moment we have a very spicy calendar. That spicy calendar for Thronebreaker players in particular is giving us a nice amount of 6-star shards, totaling 10,000 6-star shards, which is incredibly nice. Thanks Kabam for that one. It's going to be great for me because I'm saving up for a featured 6-star opening, which is either going to be with the Quicksilver. I don't think it's going to be this kind of one that's just about to drop, but I think we're going to be doing a Quicksilver one. Also, I think my friend Fizz is going to open the equivalent of 300,000 6-star shards. So that's, I don't know what's going to happen with that one. That is going to be a pretty incredible one. But yeah, I'm hoping for Quicksilver and some of the other champions that have been a focal point for the game. So yeah, like I'm really looking forward to that. But it's also good to see for free to get these special Cavalier Nexus crystals. I love these. They're fun. When I used to spend in the game, this used to be something I look forward to grabbing. So getting these for free is very nice. As I said, thanks to Kabam for that. But the question will be with a lot of players is this summoner appreciation? Short answer, don't know. Long answer, there should be, because they're missing out on a lot of the stuff that was in the summoner appreciation. You know, last year we had the summoner camp, and the summoner resort. But look, you know, this should be something that's kind of like dropped in game, or information about next week. It'll either be something after the July 4th deals. Could be something to look forward to in the future with great ease, great positivity, and stuff like that. I'm kind of unsure about like other stuff. I love that gift, by the way. Float like butterfly, sting like a bee. Yeah, we do like a bit of Moonlight. But look, don't know at the moment. Could be coming soon. This is the login calendar that Kabam said about, and nothing else said about this stuff. I mean, don't have that information, though no one on our end has implied that's the intention. So yeah, are you at liberty to say if the calendar replaces Summoner Appreciation? No one yeah, so kind of like it still looks like that is still to come with Summoner Appreciation based on that. Kabam Jack's putting in amazing work. Like, everybody, make sure to give your props to Kabam Jax for, and just like say thank you for your communication. Thanks for like great job so far, coming in and being, you know, this kind of like person. Kabam Mike is kind of like, I think he's not really meant to be getting so involved. I think he kind of like sits higher up in the pecking order. But what Kabam Jax has done as a new community kind of manager has kind of come in and kind of like taken reins. I would like to see this continued on. Don't lose your passion. You know, you've come in with great passion because this is great communication. Also, on a kind of like ending point before we go into arena predictions, July 4th deals, there are some leaks. I use the term lightly with bunny ears, leaks. Do bear in mind we had this last year. The source for the leaks 9 times out of 10 is correct. I don't really want to entertain the fact that it is a true leak. I'm not going to be showcasing it on screen right now because I don't know if it's true. And what we need to do is we need to be very careful and take it with a pinch of salt until Friday, right? And have a look whether or not, you know, it's legit. Because again, last year we had some similar situation, and then Kabam said that it was fake. But as I said, we need to kind of wait till Friday to see if it's true. If it is true, right, I will not be very impressed. If it is fake, then we'll take it from there. But there's a lot of discrepancies, a lot of very weird situations if Kabam have kind of like done what they've done. As I said, I talked about this yesterday in the stream which I did here on YouTube. Where were you? Were you there? And yeah, like we'll talk about it Friday when the official stuff has been kind of like launched for it. But there's a question, okay? The question is on the subject of changing the progression title during the deals dropping. So if a player makes a purchase at their current rank, then moves up rank, will they have access to the deals for their new rank? A Thronebreaker player becomes Paragon. Can they buy Paragon deals? Yes. If a player progresses ranks and titles during the sell, they will then have access to the deals and offers for their rank. So that hopefully gives you a bit of an idea if you kind of like do the jump up during the event. If it's going to be a case that the leaks turn out to be real, then I will not be able to make the jump up, and I'm probably going to just like invest my units into doing abyss runs and completing my volume 2 of Karina's challenges, because if it is true, I feel like Kabam have dropped the ball massively and it's a massive disappointment. But I'll talk about more about that and the value of it on Friday, if the leaks are deemed to be correct. Now we move on to arena predictions for Sabretooth and Wiccan. I remember to point the right side this time. My predictions are as follows. So for 6-star Wiccan, I'm going with 195 mil. I do think that it could push over the 200 mark, but let's face it, 195 mil normally gets a featured. And it just depends like how people's grind habits are with that one. 5-star Wiccan, I'm going with 42 mil. It does fall into that new 5-star featured champion vibe of like 40 mil. 40 mil is kind of like a good linchpin for kind of like grabbing a champion. 42 just to be safe. And round 2 maybe gets downgraded a little bit. 6-star Sabretooth, I'm going with 36 mil. I kind of feel with the habits of Mordo and Namor recently going quite low, going around that 30 mil mark, or 33, 32, or 34 or 5 mil mark. That kind of section, I kind of feel that's strong for Sabretooth if you want to check up and pick up a cheeky little 6-star for your trouble. And then 5-star going 12 mil. To be honest, I feel it will go like about 10 mil, but 12 mil to be safe, especially with this particular arena. And then we can downgrade it when it comes to the round 2. So results on Sunday, and I will post on the community tab a little thing to kind of like post stuff. And just before we finish, a massive thank you to those that support the channel as a YouTube member and as a patron. You're on screen right now. Thank you very much for keeping the love and support you do to the channel. It's very kind of you. Also, those that support on twitch.tv/RichTheMan live. I'm back live streaming later on today, doing some arena, trying to get those units I need to, and ending with Fall Guys. So come and renew your Prime, renew your sub, and I look forward to seeing you in that particular live stream. Also, make sure to check out some other content that's just located on the screen right now. I may do an Eternity of Pain rewards opening later on today. I haven't really decided on that. I am trying to save up some crystals for a little bit of micro vacation. Well, I've got to go see my grandparents, so well, you know, just for that day, we'll upload some stuff. But in any case, go and check out the stuff on screen right now, and there may be another crystal opening later on today. We'll see. Cheers, everybody. Bye bye.